Welcome back to our channel, Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today we're diving into the top 3 rarest and most valuable British 50p coins that might just be hiding in your wallet, purse or change jar. These coins are not only popular among collectors, but their rarity and historical significance make them worth far more than their face value. From extremely low mintages to iconic designs, these 50p coins have become true gems in UK numismatics. So, if you're ready to discover which 50p coins can sell for serious money, and why they're so special, make sure you watch till the end. Let's jump right into the countdown of the top 3 highest valued British 50p coins in the United Kingdom. Let's get started. Top 1. The British 50 new pence coin, commonly referred to as the 50p coin, holds a unique place in the history of United Kingdom coinage, and the 1969 edition is particularly special because it was one of the first 50p coins ever introduced. The coin was part of the decimalisation process in the UK, which began in 1968 when Britain transitioned from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to the new decimal currency. The 50p coin was designed to replace the 10-shilling note, providing a durable and practical alternative for daily transactions. Today, the 1969 50p coin is highly prized among collectors, especially in uncirculated condition, due to its historical significance and relative scarcity. The 1969 50p coin features a distinctive heptagonal shape with 7 sides, officially known as an equilateral curve heptagon. This unusual shape was chosen to ensure that the coin could easily be distinguished by touch from other coins in circulation, while still being able to roll smoothly in vending machines. The obverse of the coin bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, depicting a youthful and elegant profile of the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. The reverse design, crafted by Christopher Ironside, showcases a seated Britannia holding a trident and shield, symbolizing Britain's naval heritage and strength. The coin is made from cupronickel and weighs 13.5 grams with a diameter of 27.3 millimeters, making it both practical for circulation and collectible for its unique design. The introduction of the 50p coin in 1969 was part of the broader decimalisation reform that fundamentally changed British currency. Decimalisation aimed to simplify calculations and modernize the monetary system, and the 50p coin was intended to replace the 10-shilling note gradually. At the time, the coin was widely circulated, but due to its relatively short period of mass minting and the low numbers produced for some early years, surviving examples in pristine or uncirculated condition are considered highly collectible. The 1969 coin holds particular historical significance as it represents the very beginning of the 50p denomination's history, making it a must-have for numismatists. The mintage figures for the 1969 50p coin were relatively low compared to later years. In total, around 21 million coins were minted, which might sound like a large number, but considering that many entered circulation and were heavily used, very few uncirculated examples remain today. Coins that have never been handled, showing no signs of wear, scratches or marks, are extremely rare. Collectors often pay a premium for such uncirculated coins, especially those with full mint luster and sharp details on both the Queen's portrait and the Britannia design. As of today, a 1969 British 50p coin in uncirculated condition can fetch a significant value, ranging from approximately £60 to £120, $75 to $150 USD, depending on the exact grade, demand, and market trends. Coins with exceptionally high quality or certified by grading services can sell for even more, especially to dedicated collectors or through auctions. The value is influenced by factors such as sharpness of design, absence of scratches, toning, and overall eye appeal. It's important to store these coins properly in a protective holder or capsule to preserve their condition, as even minor handling can significantly reduce their market value. The 1969 50p coin is not just valuable for its monetary worth. It is also highly sought after by collectors for its historical importance and distinctive design. Many collectors aim to complete a full run of early 50p coins, and the 1969 edition represents the very start of the series. Its unique heptagonal shape and Britannia design make it instantly recognizable, and it appeals to both casual collectors and serious numismatists. The coin often appears in British coin collections, display sets, and auctions, where it consistently attracts strong interest due to its status as a first-year issue. To maintain the value of a 1969 50p coin, especially one in uncirculated condition, proper storage is essential. Coins should be kept in airtight holders or coin capsules to prevent exposure to air, moisture, and handling, which can lead to tarnishing or damage. Avoid using cleaning solutions or abrasives, as these can drastically reduce the coin's value. Ideally, collectors should store coins in a cool, dry environment and handle them only with gloves to prevent oils from fingers from leaving marks. Proper documentation, such as certificates of authenticity for certified coins, can also enhance value and provide reassurance to future buyers. Over the past several decades, British 50p coins, particularly first-year issues like the 1969 coin, have shown strong long-term appreciation in value. While coins are generally considered collectibles rather than traditional investments, certain rare coins can perform well as alternative assets. The 1969 50p coin has the added advantage of historical significance, aesthetic appeal, and a relatively low surviving population, all of which contribute to increasing demand among collectors. Investors often monitor auction results, numismatic publications, and market trends to gauge the optimal time for buying or selling these coins. Interestingly, the 1969 50p coin is sometimes referred to as a heptagonal 10-shilling replacement, because it took over the value and function of the old 10-shilling note. The coin was part of a bold modernization of UK coinage and remains one of the first coins to feature a non-circular design in regular circulation. Collectors also note that some 1969 50p coins may exhibit minor die variations or minting anomalies, which can add extra interest and value. For numismatists, these quirks make each coin a tiny piece of history, connecting collectors directly to Britain's decimalization era. In summary, the 1969 British 50p coin is a fascinating collectible, rich in history, design, and investment potential. Its heptagonal shape, Britannia design, and status as a first-year decimal coin make it a standout piece for collectors worldwide. If you happen to own a 1969 50p coin in uncirculated condition, it could be worth significantly more than face value and is definitely a prized addition to any coin collection. For those interested in numismatics, keeping an eye on auctions, consulting grading experts, and carefully preserving your coins will ensure you maximize both their historical and financial value. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all our coin collecting guides, history, and rare coin discoveries. Next up. Top 2. The British 50p coin, introduced in 1969, was a revolutionary addition to the United Kingdom's coinage system. By 1980, it had firmly established itself as a staple of British currency, notable for its unique heptagonal shape and silver-colored cupronickel composition. Unlike the round coins, the seven-sided design allowed the 50p coin to be easily distinguished from other denominations, even by touch, making it practical for everyday transactions. The 1980 version is particularly interesting to collectors because it represents a period when Britain's coinage was still adapting to decimalization, a major monetary reform that had been fully implemented just over a decade earlier. In old condition, meaning it has circulated and bears signs of wear, this coin tells a story of use, history, and character that pristine coins cannot. The 1980 50p coin weighs 13.5 grams, has a diameter of 27.3 millimeters, and is composed primarily of cupronickel, an alloy of copper and nickel. On the obverse, it features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, one of the most widely circulated designs of the era. Her portrait shows her wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, symbolizing the monarchy's continuity and stability. On the reverse side, the coin displays the iconic Britannia, a symbol of British identity and maritime power, holding a trident and seated beside a lion. This classical design had been in use since the introduction of the coin in 1969 and remained beloved by collectors due to its elegance and historical symbolism. Subtle details like the waves behind Britannia and the lion's intricate features make this coin visually appealing, even in worn condition. The year 1980 was significant for the United Kingdom in terms of economics and social changes. Britain was facing high inflation rates, rising unemployment, and the aftereffects of the 1970s economic crises. Coins like the 50p were not only functional but also reflected the nation's resilience and identity during turbulent times. Collectors often value coins from this era because they represent a snapshot of British history. The 1980 50p coin circulated widely in the daily lives of citizens, passing through countless hands, and each coin carries a story of its own, capturing the social fabric of the time. While the 1980 50p is not considered extremely rare, its collectability depends heavily on condition. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition can fetch higher prices, often significantly more than those in circulated condition. However, even in old condition, the coin has appeal for collectors who focus on completing decimal-era collections. The wear and tear on these coins provide a tangible link to history, showing how they were used in everyday life. Some subtle variations, like minor minting errors or slight differences in edge design, can increase a coin's value to dedicated numismatists. The market value of a 1980 British 50p coin in circulated condition generally ranges between $1 and $3, depending on the exact condition and market demand. Coins with exceptional eye appeal, fewer scratches, or a patina that adds character may command slightly higher prices. In comparison, uncirculated or proof versions of the same coin can be valued at $10 to $25 or more. Collectors often buy multiple examples to assess variations and strike quality, creating a dynamic market for this coin both online and at coin fairs, auction houses, and collector shops. While the 1980 50p coin is not considered a high-value investment in isolation, it holds importance as part of a broader decimal coin collection. Over time, coins from the late 20th century, particularly those in better condition, have shown gradual appreciation, especially as the number of coins in circulation decreases due to natural loss or damage. Savvy collectors often use coins like these to diversify their collections, pairing them with rarer issues, commemorative coins, and earlier pre-decimal coins to enhance overall portfolio value. When evaluating a 1980 50p coin, authenticity is crucial. Key indicators include weight, diameter, and metallic composition. Counterfeit coins are rare but do exist, particularly for collectors seeking high-value coins. Genuine 1980 coins will have consistent edge thickness and the Mackin portrait details on the obverse, as well as Britannia's intricate reverse design. For serious collectors, using a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect details like Britannia's trident, the lion's mane, and the raised rim can help determine authenticity and condition. Even though this video focuses on coins in old condition, proper care is important for maintaining their value. Avoid cleaning the coin with abrasive materials, as this can reduce collector value. Instead, store it in acid-free holders or coin albums to prevent further corrosion or scratches. Maintaining the coin in a dry, stable environment helps preserve its natural patina, which collectors often find aesthetically pleasing. For those interested in investment, gradually upgrading to better conditioned examples is a strategy many collectors use. For enthusiasts and budding collectors, subscribing to specialized numismatic channels, forums, and online communities can provide valuable insights into market trends, rare finds, and authentication tips. Many channels feature weekly coin reviews, updates on auction prices, and interviews with seasoned collectors who share their experiences. Staying engaged with the community can help collectors identify which coins are undervalued, discover minting anomalies, and even learn how to negotiate better prices at fairs and online marketplaces. In summary, the 1980 British 50p coin is more than just currency. It is a piece of history, a symbol of British heritage, and a collectible item with modest but meaningful value. Even in old, circulated condition, it offers a tangible connection to the era and serves as a stepping stone for new collectors exploring decimal-era coins. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, understanding the coin's design, history, and market potential is essential. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1980 50p coin, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more detailed coin guides and history lessons. Share your thoughts or experiences with this coin in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Next up. Top 3. The 1983 British 50p coin represents the final years of the large-size 50p coin, which was first introduced in 1969 during the Great Decimalisation Reform of the United Kingdom. These early 50p coins were noticeably larger than today's version, heavier in the hand, and made from a cupronickel metal blend that gave them a strong silvery sheen. By 1983, these coins had become extremely familiar to the British public, used daily in shops, buses, and everyday transactions. This year marks an interesting transitional period because only 6 years later, in 1997, the UK would shrink the coin to its modern size. Therefore, the 1983 issue is part of the final chapter of the iconic large 50p era. The obverse of the 1983 British 50p features the second official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, a portrait used on UK coins from 1968 until 1984. This depiction shows the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a classic and elegant design that collectors greatly appreciate. Many people forget that this portrait was one of the most widely circulated images of the Queen and is found on millions of coins across the Commonwealth. Its appearance on the 1983 50p adds both charm and historical weight, as it represents the Queen in her mid-reign years, at a time when the British coinage system was undergoing modernization and refinement. On the reverse side, we find the timeless seated Britannia, holding her trident and shield, a design created by Christopher Ironside. This emblem had represented the United Kingdom on many coin denominations for over a century, long before decimalisation. On the 1983 50p coin, Britannia appears strong and symbolic, standing for national pride, maritime strength, and the heritage of the British Isles. Once the design changed in later years to mark special commemoratives, the original Britannia 50p coins became even more collectible. This makes the 1983 issue historically important because it is part of the core era when Britannia was still the standard 50p design. The mintage of the 1983 UK 50p coin is generally large because these coins were meant for heavy circulation. Millions were produced for everyday use, which makes them common in worn condition but moderately collectible in finer grades. Because most examples were used extensively, finding one in uncirculated form can be slightly more challenging, increasing interest from collectors. Fine condition like the one we're discussing today is considered mid-grade, with moderate wear but still showing all major details. These circulated coins tell the story of life in the UK during the 1980s, a time of economic transition, evolving currency design, and national identity being expressed through everyday money. Now let's talk about the part everyone wants to know, the value. In fine condition, the 1983 British 50p coin typically carries a collector value of around 75p to £1.50 in today's numismatic market. This is because the coin is not rare, but it does hold strong collector interest due to being from the final decade of the large-sized 50p. While not dramatically valuable in circulated grades, it is still worth more than face value and continues to appreciate slowly over time as fewer clean examples remain in circulation. Collectors who specialize in pre-1997 50p coins often look for these early designs to complete full decimal sets. If you're watching from outside the UK, especially from the United States, you might want the approximate dollar equivalent. Based on the collector value range, the 1983 UK 50p in fine condition is generally worth around $1 to $2. Again, this price can vary depending on the marketplace, seller, condition clarity, and buyer demand. Online auctions often see slightly higher prices because of shipping and collector competition, while local coin markets may offer them at lower rates. Even though its value is modest, it remains a fascinating collectible piece of British monetary history. The significance of the 1983 50p goes beyond its metal. This coin represents a complete era. An era when the large 50p coin was part of the daily British experience. For collectors and historians, it symbolizes the United Kingdom's transition toward more modern coin production methods and portrait updates. Many older collectors recall using these large 50p coins during the 1980s, which is why they often hold nostalgic value. As the decades pass, coins from this era gain historical weight, making them desirable for collectors building full chronological sets of British decimal coinage. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the world of British coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video about rare UK coins, historical currency, and valuable collectible discoveries. Your support helps this channel grow and allows me to keep bringing detailed numismatic content just like this. And if you have a coin you want me to cover next, drop it down in the comments. I reply to everyone. To wrap up, the 1983 British 50p coin may not be one of the rarest or highest priced coins in the UK series, but it is undeniably important. It carries the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's mid-reign portrait, the classic Britannia reverse, the final era of the large 50p format, and a piece of everyday British life from the 1980s. Coins like this remind us that value is not just measured in pounds or dollars, but in history, significance, and the story a small piece of metal can tell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.